everyone, welcome back to Obscurus Lupa Presents. It's the 50th episode! It took me a while to figure out what to review, but then it hit me. What's the most simultaneously horrible, hilarious, and confusing movie ever made? Yeah, we're going there. Yes, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, otherwise known as Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4, aka Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, more commonly referred to as that one with Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey in it. I hinted about it in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, and if you thought that one was bad, you haven't seen anything yet. There's a reason this movie is so infamous, and it begins before the movie even starts. The picture was completed in 1994, and due to disputes between the filmmakers and Columbia Pictures, it suffered many delays due to recuts. It was supposed to be released theatrically in 1995, but the film was delayed again to wait for the release of Jerry Maguire and cash in on Renee Zellweger's growing popularity. Matthew McConaughey was also becoming a big star, so his agent was trying desperately to stop the film from having a theatrical release. After all was said and done, the movie was finally released in about 20 cities in 1997, got a VHS release in 1998, and got a DVD release in 1999. But let's put aside the production history and just analyze the final product. How does the movie hold up? Not well! This thing makes no fucking sense, and no re-edit was gonna fix that. Just like every Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel, this one is attempting to reboot the series by pretending the other movies didn't happen. And if they thought that this was the better alternative to the other sequels, I am very, very frightened to know how the series would have continued beyond this point. So, let's begin then. Since, once again, the sequel is forgetting anything past the first movie ever happened, we begin with a narration explaining that no one in the Leatherface family was ever caught, and things stayed pretty quiet from 1973 to 1996. You'd think, given how not hidden or clever the family is, that someone might be caught in 23 years, but whatever. Also, how old is Leatherface supposed to be anyway? I mean, 23 years is a lot of time. You'd think he'd have slowed down a bit with his chainsaw wielding. But then again, I'm nitpicking at already low-hanging fruit here. The biggest complaint people had with Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 was that it was basically a rehash of the first movie. But you don't have to worry about that happening with this one, oh no, cause this movie goes in the fucking opposite direction. There are just a lot of strange creative decisions here, and it begins with setting the film on prom night. Yep, teenagers at prom night, doesn't this just scream Leatherface? And setting it on prom night doesn't even matter to the story anyway. In fact, they have to go out of their way to try to get the characters out of the prom and into the woods to kill them off. Also, all of the silly bit characters introduced at the beginning aren't in the movie past this point.
Oh my god, where have you been? We've been waiting, the wedding's going on inside.
Ah yes, the same gritty realism that terrified audiences back in 1974. By the way, did I mention that this was written and directed by the same people behind the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Here's one of our main characters, Heather. She exists. And here's that other popular character.
Don't even listen to a word she says. She's just trying to make trouble. It's just, she's such a bitch.
Who is this again? Girl in red dress. And here's Jenny and Sean, played by Renee Zellweger and that guy. Heather is wondering where her boyfriend Barry has gotten to, and she discovers him making out with another girl.
Barry!
I'm totally frustrated with your cheating and stuff.
Shit!
Don't worry about it, Barry. She'll be back.
Wait, why is the girl he was cheating with rooting for her? Slightly disappointed in Barry's behavior, Heather attempts to drive away before he catches up with her and hops in. So why is she still driving? Where are they going?
Barry, I saw you. You were kissing her.
Once! I kissed her once! What's wrong with that? Come on, it's like I can't even talk to my friends anymore. I can't believe how possessive you are.
Oh, I get it. Everyone is supposed to underact and be as unlikable as possible. Get this. Barry's excuse for cheating on her? If he doesn't have sex, he'll get prostate cancer. Wow. I think we're supposed to laugh at that.
That's a lie.
What? They were in the back seat this whole time? How the hell did they get there so fast? And why were they hiding for so long? Or hiding in the first place?
What if he gets cancer and all his hair falls out from all the drugs or something? It could happen.
Yeah, Jenny, so just shut up, alright?
So Heather is suddenly cool with Barry now because they both hate Jenny's guts? Why are they even friends with her? Wait, why is she friends with them?
No, that's just a line to get you to have sex with them. Ask Sean.
She's right.
Guys, if you have to explain it to her, Look, you shouldn't have to explain it to her.
By the way, I know what you're doing in my car. You're getting stoned. If my dad smells the shit tomorrow, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Jenny must have the longest high ever, because she seems baked through pretty much the whole thing. That's lame. I hate it when actors look stoned.
I just thought of something so cool. What if we got into a wreck and we crashed into a car in front of us and we all died? They could write a song about it.
Dialogue hurts.
What's the matter? Afraid somebody might find out you have tits?
Barry.
Girls have tits.
No more dialogue for you, movie. As the four of them continue driving, they find themselves lost in the woods.
There's no place to turn around.
Yeah, except anywhere. Or you could go in reverse. After they crash, both vehicles are out of commission and the other driver is injured. After more thrilling dialogue, Jenny, Heather, and Barry decide to go look for help while Sean stays with the driver. And can I just say, this is the most well-lit woods I've ever seen. I guess it's good that there are sepia-toned floodlights everywhere.
Great, now we can't see Jack.
Seriously, guys? At least tone down the floodlights if you're gonna write that into the script. And they just pick it up and turn it on immediately afterwards. They didn't even need to drop it in the first place. Alright, so the three of them have come across an insurance office and meet Darla, asking her to call for help, which she does. And if you've ever seen a Texas Chainsaw movie, you know that she's completely A-okay. Psych! Up until this point, the movie's been stupid, but it isn't that bad, and certainly not so awful to warrant its reputation. Well, this is the point where that changes. Say hello to Matthew McConaughey.
Boy's dead.
No, he's not. He's just passed out.
He's dead now.
In case you're not grasping what you're seeing on screen, Matthew McConaughey plays Vilmer Slaughter, an evil trucker with a robotic leg. And yes, that's the least crazy thing about this character.
You tired yet, boy? Please, mister. You're scaring me.
You just saw him murder that guy. No shit, he's scaring you.
Run, run, run.
Okay, now turn into the woods.
Swing right.
Get off the path. Go to the trees. He can't follow you in the trees if... Okay, now you're it. Bye! Stock Moon! Back with the Three Stooges, Heather is still talking about how someone is following them and she's mildly afraid of it when they see a truck driving by and try to flag it down. Barry and Heather seem to be operating under the logic that if they catch him, the driver has no choice but to give them a ride.
Barry, wait! We could get arrested for trespassing!
Oh well, nothing I could have done to stop them.
I'm gonna go back and see if Sean's okay. Alright? Alright?
Line? Best performance in the movie! Give that bag a hand! The two of them finally make it to a house where the truck is stopped, planning to offer to pay them for a ride. If they walked that far to get to the house, why didn't they just walk out of the woods? They didn't drive that far in. We saw how much screen time it took before the accident. And another thing. Look, we know this is the family's house. Big surprise. Ooh, spoilers. But my question is, were they just banking on these two idiots following that truck back there? Because any normal human being wouldn't try to catch up to a truck on foot anyway, much less one that's clearly not giving them a ride when they pass them by. No wonder the family hasn't been caught yet. Their victims are all a bunch of morons. I find myself asking so many questions watching this that everything blends together into one giant question. Why? While Barry goes to see if anyone is in the back, Heather waits out front and we get Leatherface's big reveal. Camera guy, he's up there a bit. Well, he can bend down too. Wait, how does she not notice him? I'm not even kidding, this goes on for like 30 seconds. Meanwhile, Dip-de-doo-dah Barry is threatened by W.E. Slaughter. Yeah, that's his name. Here's his joke.
I propose to fight it out on this line if it takes all summer. That's Ulysses S. Grant.
He quotes things. You've just had all the enjoyment you'll ever get out of that joke, so I'll mercifully cut out as much of his dialogue as possible. Back with Heather, this is still going on? Finally! Can we kill her yet? Yeah. We have a wussy Leatherface in this one.
Hey, if I go in there, that's kidnapping.
Now get!
Okay. I need to use your bathroom anyway.
What? Who? What? Where? You get away from him by doing exactly what he wanted you to do? Okay, whatever. Dumbass move, but let's see how he handles the situation. He's in the killer's house, and he knows something bad has happened to Heather because he heard her screams, obviously cluing him in that there is more than one person in on this murder thing. With another killer clearly in the house, he must stay on his toes and think quickly.
Fuck!
That was your only clue? Nothing else seemed iffy in this situation? Does he have a hernia, or...? Alright, Barry, Heather, Sean, and the random driver are dead, so that just leaves us with Jenny. We must be closing in on the finale, right? Jenny comes across Vilmer, but she's not getting into his truck until he answers some questions.
Where are you going? Where's Sean?
Where do you want to go?
Where's Sean?
I know exactly where he is. Now, why don't you get in?
Well, where is he?
God damn it, I said get in the truck.
Well, you can't blame her. He has such a trustworthy facade.
Have a look behind you. Go ahead, look again.
I think I want you to stop and let me out.
Go ahead and have a look. You better look.
No.
You don't want to look.
No.
Dialogue. You can't write it. Jenny discovers Sean's corpse in the back and reacts accordingly.
Oh, God.
That wallpaper doesn't match the drapes at all. Since she's the only one with common sense from her group, she jumps out of the car and runs into the trees. Yes, good thinking. He can't follow you in except on foot, and you can get a good head start. Run away. Run away. Ah, fudge, she's as dumb as the rest of them. I don't even care if Vilmer kills her now. Go ahead, Matthew McConaughey, do your worst. Oh, now you run. Leatherface chases Jenny into the house and upstairs, where she attempts to make her escape. It's just not the same without Kate Hodge. Speaking of Kate Hodge, I'm not saying her character from Part 3 was anything special, but she could still kick the asses of all the characters in this film, including Leatherface. In fact, she did kick Leatherface's ass in Part 3. Oh man, poor Leatherface. He seems so stressed by all of this. He should take a vacation or something. Really, Renee Zellweger? Of all the places to go? I'll be honest with you. Screaming and chasing Renee Zellweger around is pretty much a good chunk of this movie, so if it seems like I'm skipping parts of it, this is all you're missing. Fast forward, Darla is in on it, and Jenny gets kidnapped and put in a bag in her trunk. For whatever fucking reason, she stops for pizza on the way back.
I think you got something in your trunk.
That's just somebody I got tied up back there.
How have they never been caught?
Shut up and quit kicking my car.
Okay, but I can't breathe.
If I poke a hole for you, you gonna quit?
Alright, I give up. Can we just go back to the chasing and screaming? She's still alive? Wait, how did she get off of the meat hook anyway? Did we skip a scene?
Please don't hit me. Don't. Don't hit me. Stop.
Whoa, who's the old granny? Holy shit, that's Leatherface. Yeah, Leatherface is a transvestite in this. Don't ask me why, I have no words. And look, there's nothing wrong with someone who wants to dress up like the opposite sex, but if you want us to be scared of this villain, you might not want to dress him up like Grandma. To compare it to something a little less sensitive, let's say that Leatherface really, really loves ugly Christmas sweaters. Now that's not to say that it isn't perfectly acceptable for your dad, but this is Leatherface. He doesn't wear fucking Christmas sweaters.
Look what your brother did to this door.
Nobody gives a damn about that door. Hey, mister, I have had it with you. I'm so sick and tired of you trying to stir up trouble between me and Vilmer.
You're the one causing problems. Ever since you got here, been nothing but trouble.
Nobody gives a goddamn
I'm the one
about
that puts
this
things
stupid door.
together here.
Remember when I said that a big chunk of this movie was them chasing Renee Zellweger around? Well, this is what happens in the downtime. Enjoy! Amelia million craps not given later, Darla and Jenny are having a chat when Darla mentions something curious.
You know how you always hear these stories about these people who run everything, but nobody knows who they are, right? It's these people. And they've been doing this kind of thing for like 1,000 or 2,000 years, I forget which. And nobody, I mean nobody knows their names. And that's who Vilmer works for.
In case you had your bullshit sensors on, I'll summarize. Darla claims that the family is made up of extraterrestrials who are working for a secret government agency that's been making people kill each other for thousands of years. Basically, they work for the Illuminati. Yes, I shit you not, this is the real backstory they give them. I wish I could say she was making this up, but you don't even know. Holy crap! I don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, is this even a fucking movie anymore? Look at that. Look at that face. Leatherface is embarrassed to be part of this family. You hear that? Leatherface is the normal one. I mean, I don't even care that Jenny has escaped. You know why? Because whether she lives or dies, we all lose. She had the perfect opportunity! I didn't even know you could screw up an escape attempt like that, but there you go!
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, they're doing the dinner scene. Oh boy. So yeah, remember how disturbing the dinner scene was in the first movie with the ghoulish family members, human flesh on the table, and the dead-looking grandpa? Well, this is kinda like that, except the grandpa doesn't do anything, Leatherface is in a dress, and they're all eating pizza. Derp-de-doo! Is this even real?
I'm gonna leave, and no one is gonna stop me.
You sit the fuck down! And shut up!
I think I know what this is. Leatherface is the ultimate comic relief. They didn't even give a crap at this point. That's what he is.
Here we go.
It's at this point that one of the Illuminati guys shows up at the house. Thought I was joking? Ha! I wish I was joking. And listen to this dude's explanation about why they want the family to kill people.
I want these people to know the meaning of horror. Horror. Is that clear?
That's it? Who are these people? What's the point? What the hell is going on? And yes, my friends, after 6,000 murders, Heather is finally dead. Was it worth the wait? After Jenny makes yet another escape, Vilmer and Leatherface chase after her. Gee, haven't seen this before. I'm so glad they got rid of all the supporting characters so early. After everything that's happened in this movie, you'd think that it doesn't get any crazier than this. Well, howdy-do! Here's the climax! Jenny runs into the sunrise, catching up to an old couple in an RV as she's being chased by transvestite Leatherface. Vilmer gives Leatherface a ride and retreated to a chainsaw/RV duel. This somehow ends up turning over the RV, which I guess kills the old couple, and Jenny takes off on foot. Vilmer and Leatherface somehow forget that they have a vehicle and run after her. Then for no reason whatsoever, a plane swoops down and the propeller kills Vilmer. Waiting for an explanation? Too fucking bad! That scene was awesome! Seriously, I don't care if the rest of the movie up until this point was like listening to nails on a chalkboard, that was the most nonsensical, ridiculous, dumb fuck of a climax I've ever seen. And it's hilarious! Let's wrap things up. The Illuminati guys pick up Jenny and I guess give up their plans of whatever the plan was and take her to a hospital. For some inexplicable reason, the girl from the first movie is there and Jenny somehow recognizes her, or maybe she doesn't. The end. Wow! Where do I even begin? This film definitely deserves its reputation. It's rare that a film can confuse me so much that I don't know what to make of it, but this one, I can't tell you whether I loved or hated it. On the one hand, it's dumb, confusing, and the plot moves along about as well as if it didn't, but on the other hand, that is some hilariously awful acting and execution there. The conclusion I can make is, well, if you've seen this review, you can judge for yourself whether you want to see it or not. Love it or hate it, it will definitely be a memorable watch. And that's 50 episodes in the can! Thanks to everyone who's watched, and here's to 50 more episodes. Sayonara, folks.